Hey, what's up, y'all? In my newest book, which is called Don't Say I Never Gave You Anything, I spoke on idle time and I wrote, if you rearrange the word idle, you'll spell deli. Like, how convenient. Translation, if you're idle, you're lunch meat. You'll consume the idle and it'll do the same to you. It knows no better and forces you to claim, I don't have much time. Ah, boy, idle time is a tough one. See, we can make a lot of excuses. I'm tired. I'm stressed. I'm depressed. I got work tomorrow, working a couple hours and things like that. And I also wrote down, by the way, just idle is one letter short of the devil. And I remember not the devil, but of spelling devil. And I remember people making the connection where they were just saying like the idle time is the devil's playground or something like that. And I've grown to agree with that, no matter what you may think of devils and gods of this world. Um, that's besides the fact, besides the point. The point is that your idle time is your most crucial. It can be the most troubling of time, or it can be the most beneficial. Um, so so there's idle time, just time resting. I would really call it free time. Now, you being idle is more definitive. What are you doing? Are you just sitting? You sitting there? You scrolling? Are you doing things that really matter to you when you have the opportunity to do such a thing? You complain about work, and I know that it takes a lot of energy out of you, a lot of willpower. But you don't want to have that cycle to repeat for the next few decades. Time truly does go by fast enough. Too fast, man. Time goes by so fast that it's like, just make peace with it, bro. You just have to, because like, you're wasting time by saying, where did all the time go? You're wasting time by saying like, I just don't have enough time. Like, time is so important in this lifetime that you gotta be like a dope fiend for 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Like, you gotta make it all count when you waiting for the bus, man. When you waiting for food to be cooking in the microwave, in the oven, man, you gotta use that time um, to the best of your ability. So how do you save yourself some time, first of all, so you can utilize it in a desired manner? So the easy answer, which is a throwaway in conversations today, is you plan. Okay, you don't want to go by chance. You don't want to let um, your reactions dictate how your day is going to go. It's very tough to overcome waking up in a reactive state. It's very tough, man. Okay? And waking up in a reactive state can be as simple as um your child waking you up 3 something in the morning, but you can't go back to sleep. So as you try to fight to go back to sleep, or you try to get up but you don't know exactly what to do, you're wasting time right there. And then you like prolonging a long nap for later on, that thing, which isn't inherently a problem. But if you don't get around to doing anything because you feel so tired and you didn't plan, then when you wake up from that nap, it's just gonna be like the whole day is just kind of like gone in a sense. But when you talk of planning, then when you have those moments where it's like, damn, I can't really go to sleep, but I am tired, then you can take a look at your list. And if you're not going to go for the hardest thing on there, which is pretty much what I recommend when you're well rested, Then you go looking through that list and you say, okay, well, what was something that I've been meaning to do? Okay, so then let's say you wanted to read. You put that on the list. You say, okay, I want to read a chapter. Then you can make a little game out of it. Make a little competition out of it, because you may not be all that motivated, but when you start talking about competing, you start talking about speed and all that, and now, it's gonna pique a couple of you guys' interest. So you say, how fast can I read this chapter, for example? You know, and it's not just for the sake of getting through it, but obviously you want to retain the information, so you want to be efficient as well. But you don't have to sub one for the other, is what I've learned. I'm pretty good at speed reading, but it's like I have to be on a roll. I just have to have certain music playing, maybe classical music. You got to have your tongue hit the roof of your mouth. Obviously, no distractions. Don't say the words in your head. Look, I'm giving you a lesson right there. That's how you speed read. But with your idle time and things like that, or with your time in general, you want to cut down on certain things. So, obviously, we don't want you stinking, but you're going to cut the shower time down. Just one of the benefits of you taking a cold shower, you're probably not going to be in there. You in a warm shower, then you're going to have a concert in there for about 45 minutes or so. Then that's just too long, man. You aren't that goddamn big. You are in a car. Like, goddamn, you're treating it like a car wash, and car washes don't even last that long. But yeah, so obviously you want to do that, and I said that you wanted to plan ahead. That's a great rule of thumb. And I'm trying to think of other things. So I think it's good to take breaks in between doing what you're already doing. That way you can kind of reflect on what's next. And then when you're done doing what you're doing, you can transition smoothly to the next thing. Another thing that I found that works, so you could have more energy throughout the day, is the process of intermittent fasting. I found that worked extremely well, because not only does eating take up time and cooking and all that, it has to be done. You don't necessarily want to eat fast food all your life, so I understand that. But one of the more important things is, like, you start eating a lot throughout the day, you can get very much sluggish before you even get to the point where you really want to relax. So if you can make it so you can eat pretty well and then take a nap and then go about your day, that's one thing. But the concept of intermittent fasting from let's say 16 hours from your last meal of the day, and then you do as much work as you can, and then around the time when you want to cool it down tremendously, that's when you eat. By then, all of your tough tasks are done. You can kind of coast through the day. Then you can kind of multitask a little bit. Then you do the eating while you play chess, or while you're reading, or your audio books while you washing clothes. Just things like that. Then that's when you multitask. But that's not something that you want to do all day. Now, I get it. It may be a little bit motivating. It may stimulate your mind a little bit, but there are other ways to do it without compromising your focus. Okay. So you definitely want to make time to do things, individually, by themselves. So you can give it your full attention. So that's all I'm saying, man. And that's pretty much like the biggest thing when it comes to many obstacles that we face is just being conscious of it. So I may be saying a bunch of things that are no-brainers, but the fact that I'm bringing it up, it may speak to a part of you, that it may wake up a part of you. It's like, yeah, you're right, man. Death of 1,000 cuts. It's not one thing that takes us out. It's just 1,000 things. The 150 times we unlock our phones a day, and we keep checking, see what's new on the news feed. Check out these notifications. These dings, these bells and whistles and things like, which is something that I'm going to speak on as well. as far as little tips to get rid of anxiety. But yeah, man, like and subscribe. I really, I really can't stress how grateful I am to have all the support that I've been getting recently. Um, it's a bit overwhelming at times, and you guys really keep me going. Um, so I'm definitely trying to put out the best material for you. So thanks a lot.